What's up, everybody? Zero here. We're gonna be I'm gonna read you guys a guide on Fnaf 2. If you heard another voice, just ignore it. Let's start with stress tips. Okay, we know about the honking toy Freddy's nose. We know that. Don't check every cam. It's suggested that on day 3 and up that you should check all the cameras. Try to keep track of all the animatronics. This is just solely check the price code of Cam 11 in the vents, Cam 5 and Cam 6 occasionally. If you see Mango in the price code, ignore it. If you hear BB laughing, saying hi or hello, ignore it unless it's accompanied by banging noises signaling that someone has entered the vents. If animatronics are in the vents, just check the vent lights a bit more often. This is used to not have to worry about the animatronics that aren't visible from the office. If you stress and try to find them, they may have not even moved and you will be wasting time. This is also a good technique to save flashlight battery. Animatronic. We have our good old Freddy Fazbear appearance. Freddy's appearance seems to have changed slightly for the second game. In-game explained that he has gone through an attempt to retrofit, but is left unfinished after the management chose to make Toy Freddy. His overall appearance is unchanged, but small differences are visible. Mainly the buttons attached to his chest, the more visible stitching on the underside of his arms. Most notably, however, is the damage on his arms that is similar to that of Foxy, showing parts of his endoskeleton. His body segment is also smaller and his hat is removable. Wait, his hat is removable? What kind of sicko would take off Freddy's hat? This time around, Freddy has an upper set of teeth, while his head appears slightly blockier. His freckles are gone, his eyebrows are thinner, he has embossed his inner ears, far less rotund cheeks, and his upper lips have a deeper gap in the center. The eyes also seem to have been placed deeper in the mask, and his muzzle appears to be smaller. The reason for his disrepair is either neglected by the old company or that he was simply used for parts, and he was just old and outdated. When placed together with the other animatronics, Freddy seems to be the largest, as he still appears to be as tall as the others when leaning towards the player. Freddy starts moving during night 2, but is very inactive until night 3. Freddy starts with the other old animatronics in the parts and service room, before moving to the main hall. He then heads to the party room to stare into the camera. Yeah, you guys remember that? When he's like, before standing in the hallway just outside the office and only a step away from entering. Behavior. Freddy is less active than Bonnie and Chica, however. He acts in a very similar manner. Freddy doesn't appear to become active until night 3 as he did in the original. Much like his counterpart, Freddy takes the path down the entrance hallway and will enter the office through the entrance. The hallway entrance. When he is in the office and the player lowers the monitor, Freddy will stand in front of the office as the office is constantly flicker before he vanishes. The player was put on the mask the moment they see Freddy to avoid imminent death. Delaying or neglecting to don the mask will cause the screen to black out as normal, only for him to return and kill the player after a few moments. If the mask was on, he will forcefully remove the mask and end the night. And then we have our good old scariest animatronic in the second game now. Withered Bonnie. In the second game, Bonnie has a very different design. Like Freddy, he also has 2 buttons on his chest. His face has been gutted, with most of it being removed, while his lower jaw remains, featuring more teeth than he possesses in the game, as well as glowing red irises. His left arm is missing entirely, with a mass of wires left in its place. His suit has become more tattered, particularly around the legs, and a few loose rods poke out of his body. Yep, we know that. If I could just search up a picture of Withered Bonnie on freaking Google. The covering on his right hand and left foot have also come off, revealing his endoskeleton. He also seems to have a bigger stomach, as it looks more rounded. It looks more rounded and bigger than his upper body. His chin also doesn't squash his bow tie now. It is explained in the in-game that this new appearance is due to an attempt to retrofit of the old animatronics that took place before they got junked in favor of the toy models. Behavior. Unlike in the first game, Bonnie appears to follow a fixed pattern. He starts moving at night 2, but is very inactive until night 3. Bonnie starts with the other older child in the service room and travels to the main hall, just like Freddy. He then heads to the hallway outside the office, staring at the player from just outside. After that, he travels toward the left air vent to go to the office, completely bypassing the left air vent's blind spot. When he's in the office and the player lowers the monitor, Bonnie will stand in front of the office. We know this part. When he is in the office and the player lowers their monitor, Bonnie will stand in front of the office desk as the lights constantly flicker before he vanishes. The player must immediately put on the Freddy mask the moment they see Bonnie to avoid the imminent death. The later they need to put the mask on because he to black out as normal, only for him to turn to kill the player after a few hours. If the mask was on, he'll forcefully remove the mask in the night. Yeah, we know that part. When Bonnie is incredibly active, especially on later nights. When he could be caught in the main hall, Bonnie could quickly move into the office via left air vent, catching the player off guard. Like the other times, the flashlight appears to make him wander off and or slow him down. And then we have our good old broken jaw Chica here. Oh my freaking god. Look at her freaking jaw. Seriously. What kind of sicko would break Toy Chica's jaw just to... what kind of sicko would break Chica's jaw just to make her into Toy Chica? Like, what kind of sicko would do that? Chica's form has been massively changed. Yeah, she's freaking massive. To the point where she barely resembles her original appearance. This is due to the attempt to retrofit abandonment the old models in favor of the toy models. For a start, the feminine features have been toned down and she appears more androgynous as a result. Her body seems to have minimal changes, perhaps the most disturbing changes in the head area. Chica's eye sockets are now much larger than the eyes themselves, and she lacks eyebrows, so she has no eyebrows. Her beak has been reshaped and isn't a part of the head anymore. Her beak has been reshaped and it isn't part of the head anymore. Rather, it's a jaw, like Bonnie and Freddy have, which appears to be completely unhinged. Her beak is also more pointed, like that of an actual chicken, and she has even more teeth than on her upper and lower beak. This infamous second set of teeth from the animatronic itself is also clearly visible. She has 2 stumps where her hands used to be, with long wires pouring forth. It also seems she is unable to lower her arms down to her side for some reason, as every instance of them has been raised and stretched out, as if she is T-posed. Models in games with no animation are generally posed this way. However, as evidenced by her appearance in the right air vent, she can still raise them up. But this could also be in the small space in the vents, forcing her arms up. Behavior. Unlike in the first game, Chica follows a set path. She starts moving at night 2, but is very inactive until night 3. Chica starts with the other animatronics part of the service room, moving to appear in party room 2 and then party room 4 to enter the right air vent. While in the right air vent, as Bonnie does, she can completely bypass the vent's blind spot and may emerge into the office while the monitor is pulled up. No thanks. When she is in the office and the player lowers their monitor, Chica will stand in front of the office as the lights constantly flicker. Yeah, we know this part. We just read this with Bonnie and freaking Freddy. And then we have our good old, doesn't like light anymore, but loves to get watched, Foxy. Foxy! Freaking Foxy! Foxy's suit has become even more tattered, and the fur on his left ear has come off completely. The teeth of his endoskeleton are now highly visible. Notably, the design of the original ribs have changed or enlarged slightly and resembles the types of ribs seen on Freddy Fazbear's design, showing off the upper portion of the endoskeleton's arms. Oddly, both teaser pictures show Foxy with the standard LED eyes, while his appearance in the trailer shows he still has yellow eyes from the first game. He also likes eyebrows, we can see that. His black dots on his snout have been removed as well. Has Foxy always had black dots on his little nose? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. Foxy can rarely be seen on camera in the parts of service. If all the other animatronics are left, he can be seen standing in the middle of the room. Foxy slowly makes his way down the hallway to the player's office. Behavior. Foxy 2 acts in a very different way than he did in the first game. He starts at the parts of service area before making his way to the hallway outside the office and try to pounce the player from there. Foxy, along with the puppet, completely ignores the Freddy mask. The only way to prevent Foxy from attacking is to strobe the flashlight down the hall at him once while he is there. According to Fnaf, this causes him to reset, and he will eventually return to the parts of service room to continue the cycle. If BB enters the room, the player will be vulnerable to Foxy since he will immediately disable the flashlight. And then, of course, we have our good old killer, the one that started all this freaking mess, Golden Freddy. I'm gonna read this, and then I'm gonna end the video. Appearance: Golden Freddy seems to be in a descript state with a missing left ear, section of dark brown fur, and what appears to be a replaced right ear. Similar to the other original animatronics, wires are coming out of his empty sockets and shoulders, and small bits of the suit are faded and ripped. Unlike his appearance in the first game, he seems to be much shorter. He appears to be much shorter. I swear, if you compare Golden Freddy from the first game to Golden Freddy in the second game, you could probably say that Golden Freddy in the second game is a little shorter. His hat seems to be completely black, his irises are not visible, and he seems to have no bow tie, though it is possible his lower jaw may be blocking it from view. Okay, after this we go stop here. Hold up. No! Behavior. Golden Freddy will only become the active character on night 6 in the custom night. It's currently unknown where, if anywhere, he starts from the pizzeria. A random Golden Freddy can instantly appear in the office or the hall just outside the office, slumped in a similar position to the one he had in the first game, or simply as a ghostly head floating in the distance, respectively. Shortly afterwards, his body will vanish, only for his head to rush at the player and kill them if they do nothing to counter him. To avoid being killed by Golden Freddy, the player must either equip the Freddy mask immediately upon spotting him in the office, or turn the flashlight off when he's in the hallway. Unlike the first game, Golden Freddy and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 does not class the game after killing the player. So, yeah, that was some stuff about the withered animatronics. I'm doing another episode. We're gonna read about the toys, and then we're gonna do all the special stuff in the third video. Hope y'all enjoy. If y'all did, this is Samurai. Slice the like button. Subscribe today to join Samurai. Until next time, my brothers and sisters.